Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to So How Does That Make You Feel? My name is Kyle Summers, back with another video that's going to try to help you become a better version of yourself. Today's video is all about what to expect when you go into counseling. So, I'm a counselor, but I am not all counselors, so I cannot speak for everybody. I can really only speak for myself. But I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there on what really happens during that first appointment. So let's dive into the misconceptions, shall we? What should you not expect? So my earliest memory was when I was 4 years old. So in that example, you saw me laying down and you saw me talking about my earliest memory. Well, two things. One, not that it's against the rules or anything of laying down. Most people don't. There's a couch there because we want you to be comfortable, but I'm going to be sitting in a equally comfortable chair across from you, so laying down just might be a little off, so you don't need to lay down. If we wanted you to lay down, we'd have put a bed in there, and we don't. No, and that would just be weird, so we're definitely not going to put a bed in there, and no need to lay down. So secondly, your earliest memory, although may have some significant bearings on what brought you in, chances are it doesn't. And really, that first appointment, you have 45 minutes to 55 minutes. Okay, so there's no way to recall your entire life in that amount of time. So going back to your earliest memory, your earliest childhood memory, not something that we're going to typically do. Next misconception: the Rorschach. So when you look at this picture, Kyle, what do you see? I see two people having sex. Interesting. Okay, Kyle, tell me what you see when you see this picture. Well, now I see three people having sex. Very interesting, Kyle. Let me jot that down real quick. Okay, Kyle, last one. What do you see when you see this picture? Well, on that one, I kind of see myself getting 1,000 likes on this video. Interesting, Kyle. So how does that make you feel? That, guys, was a Rorschach test. And a Rorschach test is a very subjective test that was used in the past in order to try to help someone better understand what they were going through. And there's all kinds of different ways that they would interpret those, what somebody would say. But it's really not something that you'll ever really see nowadays. It's a very subjective. There's no objectivity to it. So chances are you're not going to see the Rorschach test. So if I understand you correctly, it sounds like you've been going through this depression for quite some time. Take 2 of these every morning, and that's all you're going to need. Counselors do not prescribe medicine. That's something that you're going to get from a medical doctor, such as a psychiatrist or general practitioner, a nurse practitioner, physician's assistant. A lot of different professionals that can prescribe medications. Counselors are not one of them. A lot of research will show you that counseling, along with either short-term or long-term medication, is really proven to be the most beneficial, most effective in terms of treating mental illness. So all of that to say, what will you expect? So when you do make that initial phone call, please do not get discouraged if it goes to voicemail. Okay? Most counselors are a one-man, one-woman show. Don't have a receptionist, and they do all the appointment scheduling. They'll obviously provide the services to you. A lot of them do their own billing. So please don't get discouraged. Leave a voicemail. They will get back to you. When you do get a hold of them over the phone, most counselors are going to give you what's called a free consultation, and it can be anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, just to kind of get in a nutshell what's brought you to want to get into counseling. The purpose of that initial consultation is, one, to make certain that counseling is going to be the best thing for you with your presenting problem? And secondly, are they the right counselor that's going to help you? So much about counseling is about the relationship you have with your therapist. So a good therapeutic relationship going to be very helpful in order to help you reach your goals. So whenever we're having that initial phone consultation, we're looking for things like that, and we're looking to make certain that we're the most experienced person that's going to help you with that. And if not, we're going to provide you some names and some information on people that may be better able to help you. Okay. So you get to your first appointment, and of course there's always going to be intake paperwork just like you would have at any doctor's office. Sometimes, like myself, I will send you those documents electronically so you can complete them prior to the appointment, so you don't really have to mess around with that the day of the appointment. So when you walk in, the whole idea is to just help you feel comfortable. You know, chances are you're going to be anxious, and that's okay. You know, if you want to check out my video that I did about anxiety, I'll put a link in the description, because we expect you to be nervous, and that's okay. So the first appointment's all about acclimating you to the process and just helping you feel comfortable. You know, one of the things that I do initially is I'll tell you a little bit about myself, because again, the relationship that you have with your therapist, it's so crucial. I want you to know a little bit about me, a little bit about my background, a little bit about my professional, a little bit about my personality. Not too much, just enough to give you a sense of kind of who I am. And then I'll leave the door open for you to ask me any questions that would help you feel more comfortable. And then after that, we dive right in. And what we're diving into is really just want to help you share your story. And in particular, you know, what's going on right now that led you to come into counseling? Why now? So it could be a number of different things that have happened, and so we'll just continue asking questions in order to just better understand, just learn your story, so that way we can begin to see your worldview through your eyes, so that way we can understand it. A lot of therapists, including myself, believe that you're the expert in your life. I don't want to be the expert in your life. That's way too much responsibility. So it's very rare that you'll see a counselor who just wants to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to help yourself, because that's minimizing your own power to, you know, decide for yourself what's going to be the best thing for you and how do you work towards that. You know, so our goal is to really just kind of help you find that own path for yourself. Okay, like I said, it'll last anywhere from 45 minutes to 55 minutes, and that'll be it. If you elected to use your insurance, one of the things that therapists will have to do is we'll have to provide a diagnosis. And so a lot of therapists, including myself, don't typically like diagnosing. And not that I think it's a bad thing. I think it can be very useful for someone to understand it and to be able to give what they're going through a name. But sometimes I've seen it become too self-defining. They look at it and they believe that they are what their diagnosis is. What if there's something that you don't want to talk about? Guess what? You won't talk about it. A therapist should never force you to talk about something that you're not ready to talk about, because that doesn't do you any good, okay? Completely understand, again, this is the first meeting between you and this stranger. It's completely normal and okay if there's things that you're just not ready to talk about yet, okay? As long as you continue talking, a therapist will continue asking questions, like I said, in order to better understand, okay? So I hope this video, if any of y'all are contemplating beginning counseling but are worried or ambivalent for whatever reason, I hope this video helps you understand that it's not going to be, it more likely is not going to be like you envision in your head, okay? Therapy can be really beneficial, and if you are considering counseling, hey, give it a shot. Okay, just give it a shot. Alright, so there you go, guys. That was my video about what to expect for your first appointment in counseling. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hey, give your boy a like, maybe a subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so that way you can be first in line to catch my next video. We're, again, just trying to help you become a better version of yourself. Alright guys, let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section, and I'll catch you next time. Alright, y'all have a good one.